a wide expanse of gently rippling dark water. The sun peers over a craggy horizon, casting its golden light across the water. Namit, a burly grey-bearded man of Indian descent, tramps along a road which winds through a deep valley. He casts his eyes skyward with a frown. Eva, a black middle-aged woman with long thick hair in corkscrew curls, runs along a sunlit mountain path. Namit's eyes widen as the skies darken above him, then flicker with green light. Eva jogs through tall grass, listening to music on headphones. She stops and looks up at the sky with a furrowed brow. The sky flashes with multicolored light and golden particles fill the air. Eva holds up her palms, shielding her eyes from the bright light. Namit does so too. She turns her head away. There is a great flash of white light. Eva lies face down on a pebbly beach with her head resting against a large rock. Her eyes blink open, then widen as she sits up and looks around.
Guys!
A flashback shows a curly-haired teenage girl run out to sea, away from her friends. The flashback ends. In the distance are a row of offshore wind turbines. Eva climbs to her feet, shakes off the water, and walks inshore towards two large stone stacks. Flashback of the teenage girl playing in the sea. Eva walks past houses laden with roof-mounted solar panels. She glances at a drone as it buzzes past her head, then approaches an interactive screen at the side of the road. 221, 222. Good afternoon, Eva. How may I help?
I don't know. I need to find my friends. I think I'm lost.
I'm sorry. I can't find friends for you, Eva.
Where's my phone?
I'm looking for a device to sync with. I'm sorry, Eva. I can't find a device to sync with.
The screen reads 11:22, September 26th, 2052. Eva hurries along a back lane, then emerges onto a street. She stops, the colour draining from her face. The road is barricaded, closed, with half of the boarded-up houses submerged in water. A bird's eye view shows a city shoreline besieged by the sea. The teenage girl and a friend run into one of the houses.
Eva! Hey, Eva! Saan ka galing? I've been looking for you all morning. Where were you last night?
What's happening?
Never mind. I'm just glad you're okay. We need to move. There's so much to do and didn't help with you going AWOL. Come on.
Did my nan send you to find me?
The woman, Luna, wrinkles her brow. They travel together on an electric motor scooter along a forest path, then arrive at an encampment.
So what do you think?
What?
Don't worry, you'll see.
A woman and a girl rush over. Eva, what am I going to do? I've been up all night worrying about the speech.
Ik wil iedereen bedanken voor jouw bedanken. Of course you will. Alsjeblieft, kijk hier naar. We hebben je nodig.
Eva, look at this. What do you think? I need you to check it to make sure I haven't missed anything.
So much work to do for tonight.
Hey, guys. Let's just give the boss some space, okay? Are you okay? Eva, stop. Come here. Let's go sit down.
Luna ushers Eva into a motorhome. Eva sits trembling, covering her mouth.
So what's going on?
I don't know. I don't know anything. I was at the beach with my friends and then something happened in the sky and now I'm here. Did someone roofie me or something? I need to call my nan.
Your nan?
Yes, my nan in Merthyr. I need to call her.
Eva, you're not making any sense. Did something happen last night? Did you fall? Did you hit your head? I think you need to see someone. Eva? Eva?
Eva's mouth falls open as she sees her reflection. Luna leads her through a hospital into a room with an MRI scanner where she speaks to a doctor.
So you haven't had a stroke? There's no abnormalities in your brain? Your heart is healthy? All your results are normal? So the last thing you remember?
I was at the beach.
And you're 16?
Yes, I'm 16.
So you were born in?
2006.
And you turned 16 in?
This year, 2022. It's 2022.
I've checked your medical history and you're in good shape.
A medical history, yeah? How'd you have all that?
Well, from your chip, of course.
The doctor scans Eva's wrist. A screen appears.
We could maybe try some EMDR or deep sleep therapy, but maybe just give it a bit of time. Things might slot back into place.
How is this happening? What's wrong with me? Look, I really need to speak to my nan. She always knows what to do.
Your friend said you've been under a lot of stress recently. Look, this sort of disorientation, it is unusual. I mean, you're not the first to go through this sort of thing, I imagine.
Llawer o ddarlledwyr yn adrodd bod hen ddefnyddio ffilm
Eva.
yn ymyrryd ar eu troseriadau. Mae radios digidol yn darlledu adroddiadau newyddion o ddegawdau yn ôl, ac mae cannoedd o bobl wedi cael eu drysu gan derbyn hen
Scientists have
negeseuon
been perplexed by voicemail recordings from 2022.
There's no logical explanation, but there appears to be mounting proof that we're somehow being bombarded by these rogue signals, these voices from the past.
A green mountainous landscape dotted with trees. A stone cottage is nestled in a wild garden. In the corner of the garden is a stone barn with a sign which reads, Mill Repairs. Inside a cluttered workshop, Namit sits hunched over a table, tinkering with electronics. Sun streams in through a stained glass window. He crosses to a small radio on the windowsill, then uses a handle to wind it up.
Science thinks leading scientists that the climate crisis is on the brink of multiple tipping points. Prime Minister Liz Truss is facing renewed pressure to explain her policies to expand North Sea oil and gas production and to lift the ban on fracking.
Luna leads Eva through the camp, which is decorated with colourful bunting. They arrive in a wooden building where a woman is wearing a virtual reality headset. Luna taps her on the shoulder.
Hi. So you're saying that it's only from 2022?
Yeah, looks like it. But it seems like it's only happening on old tech, like the stuff Evan uses to teach us the basics, so it's a bit like blah.
You're speaking to people in 2022. Can they hear you?
Not really, we're trying, but it's really patchy. No one's calling us back, so they might be hearing us or they might not.
Can you check with the others?
Hey, guys!
Did anyone get through yet? They shake their heads.
Can I try?
The woman hands Eva a phone and she taps a number.
But how can you remember the number?
My nan made me learn it because I'm always losing my phone.
Eva shakes her head and hands back the phone. In Namit's garden, his son Diru, who is stocky and bearded, is leading a Tai Chi class. Namit is cooking in a kitchen decorated with pottery and artwork.
Maya, show me contact with 2022.
Since the solar storm earlier in the week, scientists have been puzzled.
Social media?
It'd be a gift to speak with people from the past. But shouldn't we be careful? I mean, if they change their future, that's our present now.
And I've been thinking what I'd say. And
Stop. Go back. Stop.
If it's true, it's like we can talk to the past. I mean, how great would that be?
There's so many people I want to talk to. I wouldn't know where to begin. I'm getting quite emotional just thinking about it.
There's all this talk. Has anyone done it? I mean, really done it? Has anyone really spoken to anyone in 2022?
He rushes into the garden. As he passes, the Tai Chi class flickers on and off. Diru continues nodding towards the glitching students.
Sorry.
Now inside, Diru uses sign language. Is this honey from Mo?
Yeah. Something's happened. It's crazy. It must be crazy. It's like a communication pathway is opened up between us and 30 years ago.
What?
I was working on an old phone, and something came on the radio, and now it's happening everywhere. Look.
They both look at the screen, at floating audio files of different people. Are you thinking about Mum? Nimit tries to mouth a response, but the words don't come. A party at the camp. A banner reads, "Welcoming climate refugees since 2032. Luna and Eva are beside the motorhome."
I really think this is happening because you've been overdoing it for some time now.
I don't know what you're talking about. You say that I've lost my memory, and I've been here the whole time, but for me, I was just out with my friends, and now they're gone. Max's Street is in the sea, and I'm this old person in a place that's just weird, where hardly anyone speaks English, and I don't know how to get hold of my nan, and she's gonna be freaking out.
Take a breath, Eva. Maybe we could do a rebuilding exercise. You know, when people come here and we help to piece their lives together?
She gestures to Eva to sit, and she does.
You're Eva. You're an amazing person. You live here, and you care about the world and about people.
So where's my house?
You don't have a house. This is where you live.
I live with my nan on Barrack Hill.
You chose to live here to be with the people who've lost their homes. Look around you. You helped set up this whole place. You work with people affected by climate change, and you help them to find a new life. Maybe this is some kind of psychological response to all the trauma you've seen. Maybe you've forgotten your past because other people have had to leave theirs behind. Does this make any sense?
No. I just need to get to my nan's.
Eva, I want you to know how much we love you here. This party tonight is to celebrate the fact that you've welcomed over 5,000 people into Wales to help them create a new life. This is something to be proud of.
Hey, I was just talking to the others. We think maybe you should go see Ivan.
Ivan?
You know, a weird science guy. He's got a brain the size of a planet. He'll help. Luna, come with us. You're gonna miss the party.
Come on. It'll be weird if you're not there.
Luna extends her hand towards Eva, who looks at it with a glower, then sits down. Luna's face falls, and she joins the party. Eva sits alone, running her fingers through her hair and pressing her hands into her face. She drifts over towards the party, where Luna and others are joyfully dancing, and others are gathered round a campfire. Eva watches them, her face cast in blue light. She turns away and heads back to the motorhome. In the stone cottage at night, Nimit is working. Beneath an angle-poised lamp, he uses tools to tinker with the motherboard of a flat-screen television. He stops, pressing his fist to his mouth, then crosses to a nearby desk. He opens a drawer and takes out a brown paper envelope, then empties the contents onto a table. He inspects a passport belonging to a woman called Rian Arya, then looks at a gold ring. He hears Dhiru coming downstairs and stuffs the items back in the envelope. Why are you up so late?
Oh, just pottering about, you know.
Dhiru sits beside him, shaking his head. Is this about the 2022 thing?
It's just, you know, thinking about connecting with the past.
People are saying they're just random signals. Even if you get through, it won't be Mum.
I know. I just miss her, that's all.
I know, but... I know. Sunlight streams through the forest canopy above the camp. Eva is asleep in a bed inside the motorhome. She springs awake, then has a flashback to her young self playing in the sea. In bed, she looks down at her arms, which are dotted with tattoos. She rubs and scratches at her arms, trying to remove them. Luna enters the motorhome, clutching a coat and backpack. Eva is sitting in the passenger seat.
What are you waiting for? Let's go.
What do you mean? I can't drive. I'm 16. I haven't even had a lesson. You drive. Got a key?
What? Oh, the key. It's your voice. Just tell it to start, it'll drive itself.
Please, can you start?
Good morning, Eva. Where would you like to go?
Yeah, no. I'm not sure about this.
It's okay, just tell it where to go.
I want to go home.
Instruction received. Standing by.
To see my nan.
Instruction received. Standing by.
Merthyr. CF 475TH.
Okay, route commencing.
Whoa, no, stop! Yeah, no, I can't. I don't trust this. Someone needs to be behind the wheel. Just sit in the driver's seat, please.
Okay.
Luna does so.
Okay, let's go.
So, in Wales tomorrow, we can expect a typically warm day with lows of 31 Celsius, and then by midday, temperatures reaching a high in the mid-30s Celsius.
Eva gazes out of the window. The motorhome cruises along a road which slices through open countryside beneath clear blue skies. They stop and Luna fuels up the motorhome.
What's that, petrol? Would have thought you'd be done with all that by now.
We are. This is hydrogen. You got this van cheaper because it needed converting. Remember?
Eva shakes her head, then turns away.
My nan loves her little car. Shows off somewhere in it. Half your pension goes on petrol. Are you from Wales?
This is weird, me telling you about myself like this. I'm from the Philippines.
When'd you come here?
15 years ago. I was 17.
Not much older than me, then. You come with your family, or...?
No.
Luna finishes fueling and replaces the nozzle. The motorhome continues through rolling wild countryside. They arrive in a town nestled in a valley and get out of the motorhome. Eva's face falls as she looks at a large silver dome-shaped building.
Where's the house gone?
It's been a long time, Eva.
The sat-nav must have got it wrong. You need to go and check. Go on!
No, it's not wrong.
Well, how'd you know?
Because you already told me.
What?
I know you, Eva. You've told me all about your nan and how they pulled down all the houses in the street where you used to live and built this place instead. You've shown me pictures.
So what happened to my nan?
The motorhome skirts along the edge of a reservoir. Eva stares dead-eyed out of the window with her face slumped against her hand. She has a brief flashback to her smiling nan.
I'm sorry.
Did you meet her?
Yes. She loved you so much.
Why didn't you tell me? You should have told me.
I don't know. It was difficult.
Difficult?
Yes, it is difficult.
Forget it.
Eva scowls and turns her head away. Luna bites her lip and her eyes well up with tears. A stream trickles through a woodland beside a vast modern cubic house with a turf roof. Inside, Ivan, a skinny man in a large shirt, looks at a screen.
Oh, great. That's just great. That's just so great. Let me try making a satellite out of a 1960s washing machine. That'll work better. Gwenan, music off. Aye, right.
So what's happening with Sentinel-24? Searching now. Anything? No. Concordia? Negative. Al-Qaeda's pair? No. On a screen he sees Luna and Eva at the door. He lets them in. Welcome, welcome.
The kids at the centre said you might be coming. All good. Sit down. Hey, no there.
They sit on a sofa.
Right then. So the kids say you're stuck in some kind of trippy time warp or like a deja vu.
I was at the beach with my friends. I came out the water.
In 2022?
Yeah, and then I was you. Now, in this time. Old. Like I went to sleep and lost 30 years.
And how old are you?
16.
46.
Wow. Well, you either look pretty good for your age or pretty crap. So, it's either A, a mental breakdown, B, time travel, or C, I reckon that's all it could be. She's got a history of mental illness.
No, she hasn't.
So maybe it's actual time travel. Cool.
Do you think you can help me?
What do you want to do?
I just want to go back to normal.
Tricky.
And I want to speak to my nan.
Interesting. I'll see what I can do.
Will you?
You got a number?
Eva nods and he tosses her a notepad. She writes down a number.
At the top of your head. Doing impressed?
She made me learn it.
Because you're always losing your phone.
Yeah.
Right. So if you get to speak to her, do you know what you're going to say? Might be a bit freaked out if you're still there in 2022, aren't you? In a kind of quantum superposition way. Why don't you go and get yourself a drink of water? Come straight off the mountain through a UV filtration system, so it's beautiful. I'll give you a shout when I'm done.
They sip water in the kitchen. Eva tugs at her necklace and glances across to Ivan, who is working at his computer.
How are you feeling?
Scared.
I bet. You know... Doesn't matter.
What?
It's just the Eva I know would have said, I'm okay, how are you? It's a little strange for me too, you know.
I suppose it must be. Except that I still think I might be in a dream, so hard to care about anyone else.
We could go home, find another hospital, get a second opinion. I think that's the best thing.
Hey, I got something. Come back in here.
Eva hurries to his computer.
So, very exciting. The signals are bouncing off some ancient satellites. We should have come down ages ago, but nobody could be bothered to pay for decommissioning, so they left them up there. Space junk! Don't get me started. So when the newer satellites got bumped out in the solar storm that happened a couple of days ago, one of the ancient satellites kicked in all by itself. Cute, really. It's like when a robot wakes up in the middle of the night and starts cleaning. Anyway, that's what triggered all of this.
But what about my nan?
Yeah.
He hands her a phone.
That's your nan's number. No. Not like that. Watch.
The sound comes through speakers.
Hello, this is Natty.
Nan, it's me. Nan, it's me, it's Eva.
Sorry, I can't take your call now, but leave me a message and I'll call you back.
Nan? I'm here. Nan?
Flashback to her smiling Nan. Eva looks towards Ivan.
Sorry. Pretty cool though, isn't it?
A trembling Eva hurries outside, pressing her hands onto her knees, exhaling deeply. Luna follows her outside. In the green valley, Namit parts some tall grass to reveal a large slab of grey slate with a photograph of a smiling woman embedded into it. He takes a few steps back and takes in her image. At Ivan's house, he paces back and forth, wearing his augmented reality glasses.
Looks like this thing's got a pattern to it. Nice. Haha, right, I get it.
What are you looking at?
Sorry. Rude. So the point is, this pattern is pretty cool, and so far, pretty clear. This little crack in the space-time continuum is on its way out. So if you can picture like you throw a big rock into water, and the ripples radiate outwards, but then they go in reverse, like they're radiating back in again, and it all closes up. Get what I'm saying? So the center of this ripple thing is you. And it looks like you've got about a day before it disappears again.
A day?
Yep. And the Hyperloop doesn't connect to Blind Fistiniog. So if you're driving, you better get a move on. Otherwise, little Eva is going to get stuck inside big Eva with no way to phone home.
They turn to go.
Can pick it off.
Eva turns back.
Will you come with us? Please.
Hell yes.
The motorhome moves back down the country road past a vast farm of solar panels which glint in the bright sunshine. They gather round a table in the back of the motorhome.
This is like an actual road trip. I haven't been out of my house for, I don't know, 3 months? And now it's an actual road trip. Methiaros.
Can't wait. Eva glances towards Luna, who shakes her head and forces a smile. Namit is at home, fiddling with a piece of plastic equipment. He puts it down, climbs to his feet, and rummages in a drawer full of old mobile phones. He takes one out. He taps a number into the phone. Calling Rian. Calling Rian. He presses the phone to his ear. We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. In the barn, he shakes out an old blanket, then moves a piece of timber. He is alerted to the sound of the telephone ringing and rushes to answer it.
Hello?
Hey, Namit, love.
Rian, I can hear you.
I had a missed call from you, so I'm just ringing back.
Rian?
I'll be home soon anyway. See you later. Bye, love.
Rian?
He puts down the phone. Later, he speaks to Diru.
I'm telling you, I did not dream it. I'm not the only one. Hey. Hey. It's happening everywhere. When I was out walking, there was a storm. It's not just me. It's not just me. And now, it's focused on here.
This house?
No, not this house, stupid. Out there, at the reservoir, where the storm hit. They're saying, people are saying.
Which people?
People who know about these things. Scientists, people who understand physics, they're saying that the signal, I think it's a signal, I don't know, that the signal is getting weaker. And the reservoir is the place to be. And there's going to be another...
The solar storm.
Yes, the solar storm tomorrow.
Diro eats his lunch.
Hey.
He grabs Diro's arm.
What if we could speak to your mother?
What would you say?
Don't go in the car. Don't go to that stupid concert. Stay at home with us.
You know you can't do that, don't you?
What if I could?
Diro shakes his head and returns to his lunch, glancing briefly back to his father. The motorhome continues along a road which snakes across a hillside topped with wind turbines.
Who would you talk to if you could talk to the past?
No one.
Really?
No, I wouldn't.
Why not?
Because it's the past. It's over.
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
What do you remember?
Cockerels waking up the street. Book of juice after school. Sound of my mom's bracelets jangling.
Go on.
Luna shakes her head. In a dense woodland, a woman lies dozing on the ground with a hood pulled around her head. Her eyes blink open and she sits up and takes a long look around. At his barn, Namit climbs a rickety wooden staircase and enters a workshop crammed with pottery-making material. He takes a deep breath. Shelves and surfaces are dotted with animal sculptures. He has a flashback to his smiling black-haired wife Rianne at work in the pottery, painting the inside of a jug. The flashback ends. The young woman tramps through the woodland and crouches to pick some wild leaves which she eats. She has short, mousy brown hair and her right arm has a tattoo of a love heart. She looks up to see a stag in a clearing looking back at her. The motorhome continues along. Ivan is asleep in the back.
I still can't believe you didn't tell me about my nan.
I didn't know what to do.
But you let me go all that way and see that everything was gone.
I thought maybe seeing it might bring you back to reality. Because I just can't believe that you've time traveled from the past.
You... Look at me. I'm old. All my friends will be old. Half of them won't even remember me. How do you think I feel?
That's all I've been thinking about, Eva. It's all about you.
Yes, because I'm the one trapped in this hideous time machine.
And I'm stuck with you.
You don't have to be.
What do you expect me to do? I just want my Eva back, not this weird, thoughtless, selfish 16-year-old version of you. I miss you so much.
Eva stares at Luna's hand, which has a gold ring on her wedding finger. Eva's own hand has an identical ring.
What the hell? Stop the van.
What?
Just stop the van. I need to get out.
Okay, okay.
No, do it now.
Manual work.
Mission digwydd. Whoa, why are we stopping?
The motorhome screeches to a halt near the short-haired woman.
Is everyone okay?
What just happened?
I think you broke it.
The short-haired woman peers towards the motorhome.
But we need to get somewhere in the morning.
I'm afraid your vehicle isn't safe until you receive the update. Our drone can be with you to deliver the firmware.
Yes, I understand.
The GPS tracking indicated you've deviated from the suggested route.
We had no choice.
Our drone will be with you at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Please follow all instructions.
That's really not helpful.
You'll receive a message 30 minutes before the drone arrives.
Luna joins the others outside the motorhome.
They can't send a drone until the morning.
But that might be too late.
I'm sorry.
It was my fault.
You were in shock.
And I'm sorry for being a bitch.
I have never heard you use that word before. No one says it anymore. That's funny.
Bitch? Me and my friends say it all the time. You bitch.
The short-haired woman watches from the forest as Ivan builds a small tower of twigs outside the motorhome, unsuccessfully trying to start a fire. She takes a few steps closer. She blows on the pile of twigs, which begins to catch light.
What did you say your name was? Kiefer?
So dyna sut ti'n neud
So that's how it's done.
Oh, thank you. Why don't you stick around, have some food?
Night falls. They sit round the fire.
So do you live out here then?
Mainly. I like being with the deer. They make me feel at home.
And I don't like people.
It's a bit harsh.
No, I didn't really.
No, not really.
Is that chocolate?
Ivan passes a chocolate bar to Eva, who passes it to Kiefer. She tucks in.
So, is everyone right? Like, climate change and everything? Is it really that bad?
Yes, it is. Worse than you might have imagined.
Look, I'd be the first to admit it's been a really challenging time, but we found solutions.
Solutions? But we're the problem. We shouldn't be here.
What do you mean?
Humans are like a toxic virus. They should have been stopped a long time ago.
That's stupid.
We're not all that bad. Pretty ingenious species. Didn't get everything right, but scientists, engineers, data modelers, it all came together with a single purpose. To fix the climate crisis.
Humans are the only thing that's wrong with this world. I wish we'd all die out.
What? You want human beings to die out?
There are 8 million species on the planet, but we think we're the only one that matters. And that's why we screwed it all up. We don't deserve to be here.
But we are here. You can't just turn your back on everyone. You can't just give up after all we've been through. When the waters rose, I lost my home, my country, my family. We had to separate, and I came here alone, halfway across the world, to make a new life, a new future. I had nothing, but I built a new life, a different life.
Flashback to Eva stroking Luna's hair.
That's the important thing, not whose fault it was. We need to take care of each other, not blame each other.
Yeah, well, someone must be to blame.
We need hope, not anger. But hope has to be earned. It doesn't come from waiting for someone else to do something. It takes effort. We have to believe all this is still worth fighting for.
All this. Fighting for. Nature only needs looking after because we keep destroying it. If we weren't here, none of this would have happened.
So why are you still here then? Why haven't you just killed yourself?
Oh, come on, Eva. Don't mean that.
Nah, I'm young.
It's fine.
What about you then, Eva? What do you want?
I just want to go back.
Luna catches her eye and Eva averts her gaze. They both look into the embers of the fire. Late at night, Namit is in his barn packing tools and an array of mobile phones into a canvas holdall. He grabs a yellow blanket and stuffs it in the bag. Eva paces slowly away from the campfire and stands beside Kiefer.
You gonna come with us tomorrow?
Do them in gwybod.
I don't know. I might.
Thought you didn't like people.
Some of them are okay. I like the other guy with the chocolate.
How long have you lived like this?
A while. I don't know. Definitely a few years.
Did you do something bad?
What do you mean?
Like, is that why you don't live with people?
No.
I think Luna loves me and I don't even know her. There's this whole part of her life and my life. And I just don't know.
Don't worry about it.
What was that?
Wolves.
Wolves? Where? Are they close? Where are they?
They're in the rewilded zone.
The what?
Where humans aren't allowed.
I go there sometimes.
Wait, the wolves?
They're okay. Eva returns to the motorhome to find Luna lying on the bed, awake. Eva lies beside Luna, who turns her head to face her. Luna forces a smile, then turns her head away. Flashback. In the motorhome doorway, Eva envelops Luna in an embrace. Luna shrieks happily. The bright morning sun rises over the hillside, illuminating the reservoir. Groups of people gather by the waterside, pitching tents. Namit gathers up a flask and a large Tupperware tub from his kitchen and packs them inside his canvas holdall. He glances at the ceiling as he pulls on his jacket. Luna and Ivan are sitting outside the motorhome where a drone is hovering. Eva crouches beside Kiefer, who is asleep beneath a tree. A snail crawls along Kiefer's hand. Kiefer wakes and looks at Eva.
Got a snail on you.
Kiefer carefully lifts the snail onto the ground.
You're like our cat. Don't care if people like you or not.
Eva turns her head to see the drone fly off down the tree-lined road. The walls of Namit's house are dotted with photographs of his late wife Rianne and also of Diru as a young boy. Incense burns on a shelf. Diru walks towards the barn and looks inside. His brow furrows when he sees that his father is not there. He turns his head away from the door and takes a deep breath. The motorhome drifts along a country road. Kiefer gazes out of the window while Ivan wears his AR glasses to watch campers by the reservoir in Blaenau Festiniog.
Oh, it's getting kind of crowded.
They wave at him.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Are you excited? I mean, this is just like... Are you too excited?
Luna's eyes are misty.
What's wrong? Tell me.
I'm scared of losing you. I mean, I lost you already, and now I've got this version of you that's strange. But at least it's you. Looks like you, sounds like you, even smells like you. But what if something happens tonight and I lose you completely? Or what if nothing happens at all and it stays like this forever? Maybe it's some form of amnesia? I wish it was. Because it's so strange. It's all very strange.
Eva grips Luna's hand.
We have to believe it's going to work out.
Yes, we do.
The motorhome continues past deep valleys, wild tree-lined mountainsides, and sun-kissed lakes. Namit hikes along a stony mountain path lined with slate, with other people in front and behind carrying bags and camping gear. The motorhome pulls up alongside several other cars, and the four emerge.
Right, come on.
Ivan leads them upwards along the stony path. Namit arrives at the shore of the reservoir and unpacks his bag. He looks across as a woman mocks her boyfriend for his tent assembling skills. The four continue upwards on the slate-strewn path.
Just a bit further. Right, won't be long now.
Kiefer stops and gazes across the landscape.
Kiefer?
Hey, where you going?
Somewhere else.
Play?
Thank you, bud.
I don't know.
Don't you want to see what happens up there?
Nah.
What, so you're just going to leave us?
Yeah.
Why? We upset you or something?
Chi bobl.
You people. Kiefer chuckles, and they watch her head back down the path. They continue on, with Eva glancing back over her shoulder. The sun hangs low in the sky, illuminating pink heather which grows by the side of the path. They arrive at the side of the reservoir as the sun begins to set on the horizon. As night falls, Diru arrives and casts his eyes around the camp. Namit has an array of phones from different eras laid out on a blanket. He presses one to his ear. Diru spots him and rushes over, pressing his hands against his back. What are you doing?
You can't stop me. This is something I have to do.
You don't have to do it. And if you could speak to her and tell her not to get in the car, what would happen then? She could get sick, or meet someone else and fall out of love with you.
Don't say that.
Or maybe you'd both be in an accident. And I'd lose you both. Is that what you want?
No, of course not. She should not have died. She had so much more to give. It's so wrong.
No, this is wrong. This. He gestures towards the camp with tears in his eyes. Namit turns his back and fiddles with one of the phones. He looks up as the sky starts to crackle and flash with bright colour. Ivan puts on his AR glasses.
Right. Should we give it a try?
He hands Eva a phone and she taps a number.
Hang on, who are you calling?
My nan, obviously.
That's not going to do it. You need to call yourself.
Myself?
If this really is quantum superposition, it means you're in two places at once. So there needs to be a connection between both versions of you. Not you and your grandmother.
Just let me try her first.
I tried to find that skirt you were telling me about, but I couldn't see it anywhere. It was Tom Jones, I'm sure. You know what makes me sick? Those bloody politicians. They think of nothing but themselves.
Namit makes a call.
Hello?
Rian, can you hear me?
Where are you, Namit?
I'm right here. I just wanted to say, I wanted to say...
He looks round at his son.
I just wanted to say how lucky we are.
Yes, we are lucky.
All the happiness we have.
What's got into you tonight?
I just like talking to you.
And I like talking to you too.
Hey, Nan, I missed the bird. I've been calling you. Yeah, I'll be back around 11:30, okay? Shall we have a fish that night tonight? Oh, she got the lamb and bee and it started to piss down. Did you hang up the washing for me? Hey, Nan, guess what happened to chemistry today? What did you get in your test? I can't feel I went to. The one that is friends.
It's me talking to my nan.
Love you, Nan. Love you.
Rian, are you still there? Rian?
Nan? Nan, can you hear me? Nan?
I'm still here.
I thought I'd lost you.
No, I'm here. You know, I've been thinking about baby names. And if we get a boy, I'd like to call him Diru.
Yeah,
What do you think?
that's a beautiful name.
Eva's tear-streaked eyes widen as the sky grows more turbulent. The wind buffets her hair and the sky flashes bright colours.
Eva? You'd call your own number now.
Did you hear her? Did you hear my nan?
Eva, come on.
Don't think think I can.
Just do it.
It's okay.
She taps a number and presses the phone to her ear.
Who do you talk to? You talk to the past?
Because it's the past. It's over.
Thinking about connecting with the past.
We need to take care of each other, not blame each other.
Yeah, well, someone must be to blame.
We need hope, not anger.
This is what it's all about, isn't it? Sharing moments, communicating, connecting.
I just want to go back.
Eva gasps as a mass of golden particles emerges and forms into the shape of her 16-year-old self. They gaze at each other wide-eyed. Old Eva takes the phone from her ear and a tearful smile flashes across her face. Young Eva turns back into golden particles and vanishes. Old Eva turns towards Luna, who beams and throws her arms round her. They share a warm, lingering embrace. Water laps gently onto the town's beach, with golden sunlight drenching the wide expanse of sand. Young Eva sits looking out to sea with a soft smile on her face. She stands and pulls on a coat, walking away from the sea. The credits roll.
Woke up today, got this energy. Something hit me, some kind of frequency. Let's meet in the middle, come and collide with me. It's ours to take, open your eyes and see.
Can't eat, I can't sleep, more than the feeling I found wheat in heartbeats. Who's dreaming it can't be what I've seen? Stay scheming, it can't be just on me. I'm saying the world can be much more. Sun keeps on beaming and lands here at your door. I'm screaming the right time, there's no more. Light beaming, it's right here in my core.
I've been running circles in my head. No one ever said that this would all be easy. I wish I could lay it all to rest. Now I understand, I see it all so clearly. I see you calling, 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 and I choose to hear you now. We've been falling, 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 falling. Watch me as I hit
The time is now, so now's the time. I know the solution is there in our minds. Forget the pollution that you caught in time. Yo, yo, forget the illusions, I'll come in with signs. I'm coming for what's mine.
I've been running circles in my head. No one ever said that this would all be easy. I wish I could lay it all to rest. Now I understand, I see it all so clearly. I see you calling, calling, calling. Oh, I choose to hear you now. We've been falling, 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 falling. Watch me as I hit the ground. Woke up today, got this energy. Something hit me, some kind of frequency. Let's meet in the middle, come and collide with me. Let's face it, it's just you and